Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over dependency management using Swift Package Manager. If you're ready to get started, then stay tuned. Let's learn together. Alright, so here we are in a brand new Xcode project. Now we are going to add a dependency, and I know as Swift developers we don't always want to add dependencies to our project, but they can be useful in several circumstances. So in order to deal with a dependency and add a dependency to our project, the first thing we need to do is come over here to our main project settings here, and we'll select our project, and then we will click on package dependencies. Now when we do this, we will be able to add and remove and update all of our package dependencies from this one location. So let's go ahead and let's add a new package dependency. And as you can see, these are all the ones that I've used here in the past. But whenever you're adding a new package dependency for the first time, there's a few different ways that you can do that. One is through the Swift Package Index. Now, if you're familiar with NPM, which is Node Package Manager for JavaScript and React libraries and web frameworks, for example, this is very similar to an NPM. Or if you're familiar with Maven for Android work or Java work or Kotlin work, it is very similar to that as well. So I've already picked out a package that I want to use in our demo today, and that is Simple Keychain by Auth0. This is a really easy way to store items in the keychain. So if you're dealing with things like passwords or secure fields or stuff like that that you want to store on the device for whatever reason, that goes in the keychain, and we can use this package to do that. So let's go ahead and let's say that we want to use this package. Actually, before we do that, there's a couple different ways that you can add packages using Swift Package Manager. One is you could simply copy the GitHub link, and the other is we can use the Swift Package Manager and again just copy this link here as well. So we will copy this link here, and then we will go back over to our project, and we just paste in that URL here. And again, that could either be the GitHub link or the one from Swift Package Manager. And in these settings, this lets us know, it shows the README here, which is very nice. It tells you which version you want Swift Package Manager to manage up to. And I always prefer to just have it manage up to the next major version, and that way there won't be any breaking changes that happen without me being aware of it. So right now it looks like 1.3.0 is the latest, so we will click Add Package, and then we will choose to add this to our target. Now this step could vary depending on which package you're dealing with, but usually if certain things do and don't need to be added to a target, then that will be added in the README of the project itself over here. So we'll go ahead and we'll select Add Package. Great, and it looks like our project is now ready and set up over here. So as you can see in our project navigator, we've got the Simple Keychain package dependency on our left, and we've got it showing up here in our package dependency list in our project. Now a couple of really nice things with Swift Package Manager is there's a few different ways to update items. So if you're, for example, wanting to update a dependency, you don't have to worry about going in there and figuring out what's the latest version and how do I do this and how do I keep it from breaking my code. One way to do that is to simply come over here to your package dependencies in your navigator. You can right click on it, and then you could say I want to update this particular package. Swift will go out and it'll check for the latest updates. Just won't make major version updates because that's what our rule is set to here. Now if you've got several dependencies in your project, then one thing that you can do to update all of them at once is click on the package dependency list here, and then you can say update to latest package versions, and that will actually go through and update everything in your package dependency list here all at once, which is really cool and makes life so easy. And then if you're trying to update to a different major version, for example, well, Simple Keychain updated something last week and it's got a major feature update that I really want, then you can come back over here to your package dependency in your project settings, and you can manually change this, and you could say, let's just say for example they updated it to version 2.0.0, then you could come in here, change this major version, and hit enter, and Swift would try to go out and fetch that. Now Swift won't actually be able to find anything with this major version because it doesn't exist just yet at the time of this recording, but that's something that it can do. And if you ever decide that you're ready to retire a package or possibly write your own implementation, for example, maybe Apple came up with a much better way of dealing with a keychain, and so maybe now we don't want this simple keychain package. To get rid of a package, it is as easy as coming in here and selecting it and then removing it from our list, just like that, and now that package is out of our project. And with that, we've gone over dealing with dependencies using Swift Package Manager in Swift. Now, if you got value from this video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you leave a comment, just be nice about it. That's all I ask. Thanks. Have a great day.